piss off Green Bay fans, New England fans, and
I
Indianapolis fans. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the People's Choice Podcast episode. Oh, wait a minute. Not People's Choice Podcast episode. Got y'all. This is Don't Hate My Take. Again, we are back for episode 3 now. And I'm here with a man I know him for many years. He's played football with him on the gridiron, back when I was a nice superstar. Now I'm just playing. But really great guy. He knows his stuff about football. So for my peeps out here, it's not just two guys just talking junk. Well, we might, but two guys talking junk. Well, a little bit of facts behind it and passion. My boy Chris Eason, how you doing, brother?
Thank you. Good to be here.
And this guy right here is one of the biggest Tim Tebow fans. Everybody knows this is one of my favorite hats. It's actually a Tim Tebow hat. His belief, he got all types of merch and stuff, but we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about Tim Tebow because I'm a big fan. People know that, but I think you way bigger than me as far as Tim Tebow fan.
Yeah, Tim Tebow. First time he ever stepped on the field. It was he changed the game of football, especially college football. He did the option better than most quarterbacks. He created the jump pass that you see a lot in college and NFL today.
Yep. Tebow was one of a kind, man. I remember watching. Actually, Tebow was one of the first college quarterbacks I actually really followed, and wanted him to succeed because I've seen others, just highlights, but seeing him and playing and seeing that sophomore year he had, which was just crazy. At the time, he was the youngest Heisman Trophy winners. I always wished him success. But our first topic we're going to talk about here, and Don't Hate My Take, is Tim Tebow. Do you believe he's going to make the 53-man roster? So I'm going to let you start it off. I'll give you your take, and then I'll get on mine.
So will he make a 53-man roster? I don't know if it'll be on the Jaguars. As much as I think everybody would love to see that, Urban Meyer and him as a reunion, I don't know if that will happen. They have a little bit of depth at tight end. Tebow has raw athletic power. You could put him at multiple positions. You can run him in a quarterback, kind of how they do Taysom Hill in New Orleans, or you could run him tight end, of course, or you can even put him in there at fullback and let him power his way through the end zone. So will he make a roster? I think so, 100%. Will it be with the Jaguars? I hope so. I think him and Trevor Lawrence could definitely make something happen down there, but
I got 2 touchdowns. I was saying they already got 2 touchdowns in practice.
I think if there's any sort of daylight, I think Urban Meyer will keep him around.
I would think so because in my take on Tim Tebow is I hope he makes the roster. Will he? I don't know. I heard they got him at 4th string right now. Some reports came out. They got him at 4th string. And normally when you get to that 4th string, 5th string beyond, those guys are normally the ones going to get cut or probably practice squad. And Tebow's better than that. I wouldn't think he'd be a practice squad guy. I personally hope that Jaguars do take him. If not, though, who do you think would pick him up if the Jaguars is going to take him?
So if the Jaguars don't take him, I could see him fall into someone who, we could go Carolina Panthers, home team. They don't really have much at the tight end position. Anybody that don't have a star, he has a size. He was big for a quarterback. In college, he was outlifting linemen. So, the power's there. The size is there. He's athletic. He can move. From what I heard, he can catch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I think the only thing is footwork. So, I can see him going to the Panthers or any team, that's looking to rebuild. The Giants.
Definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even the Jets, you go back there.
Yeah, he could go to the Jets. I think there's some water that has to be treaded before that happens. They kind of ruined his career, in my opinion. But
100%, man. I blame Rex Ryan 100%.
It was. If anybody, if there's one person to blame, I think it's John Elway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I understand you have to pick up Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's a Hall of Fame quarterback and one of a kind. But at the end of the day, you had Tim Tebow who turned around your team and took you to a playoff game and beat the your team, the Steelers, in the quickest overtime in NFL history.
So. I still remember that. And, you know, and just to get off track for just a little bit about that, that's so true because, like, what I didn't understand was why didn't John Elway just keep Tim Tebow? Like, of course, you're going to have Peyton Manning start, you know, and then Peyton Manning was a starter, I think, 3 years? Like, Tebow couldn't be behind him and learning, so when he's on his way out, Peyton Manning, they'll already have Tebow groomed and ready to go. But they're like, nope, let's send him to the Jets.
So the one thing about Tim Tebow, everybody said, was his throwing motion was shaky. He couldn't throw a perfect spiral. So, I mean, who better for him to learn how to throw than Peyton Manning? I mean,
exactly.
Let him ride the bench for 3 years, sell you some jerseys, because if there's nothing else we've seen that he can at least sell tickets and jerseys.
Exactly. And he's doing that with the Jaguars right now.
let him ride the bench, learn how to throw, and then when Peyton Manning retires, you can have him pick up.
Facts. And I seen actually one guy at the Walmart. I was driving in, and he had a Tim Tebow 85 jersey on. And I was like, beep, beep. I was like, I see you. And he was like, the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I said, I think if nothing else, a team, somebody will pick them up, even if they're short on money at the very least. You're going to sell tickets and you're going to sell jerseys. So financially, it doesn't make sense for him not to be on a team.
Honestly. Have you been impressed with him lately? And like just from like the pictures and snippets of really him at tight end?
I've been watching the clips of him, the little clips that come out. Of course, they don't really release, much video, but I've been watching the clips of him catching him, going through drills and everything. And I mean, in my impression, he looks like a tight end. I mean, he looks like he's been there from day one. Of course, he has some stuff to work out. This is his first year in the position, but yeah, I mean, fully, I've been very impressed. He can catch, he can run, he's big. I mean, he's Tim Tebow. So
he looks bigger, man. Like I remember I seen like the picture that was like, I think it was like week 1 when they were really going out there. And I mean, he seems even bigger than when he was before. Like he's freaking huge, like just cut wise. And like,
well, I mean, you got to think about it. In college, he was weighing in at 275. He was a big quarterback.
Yeah, pretty big.
He was big. I remember when they faced Florida State, he ran over their middle linebacker.
Yeah.
And the middle linebacker said he's never been hit like that before in his life. Knocked him out. Dude the EMS had to come on the field. So,
man, yeah, Tebow was a monster, man. I've been impressed with really just the way he's been looking. There's been video going out. He caught 2 touchdown passes from Trevor Lawrence. It seems like to me, like he's gonna make it, but then again, you never know. I personally feel Urban Meyer really loves Tebow. He wouldn't brought him back if he didn't. But do you feel like he deserves this chance? Because a lot of people don't feel he deserves it. What do you feel?
So, I'm a bias because I'm a Tim Tebow fan, but 100% he deserved a chance. Yeah, he never did nothing wrong. I mean, he was on a team. He took a team to the playoffs. I think to this day, he still has like one of the best quarterback ratings in the fourth quarter of any quarterback. It was something. I mean, we watch football because it's exciting. We play football because it's exciting. You could at least, if nothing else, you could turn on the TV, watch Tim Tebow, and feel excited about watching him. So
that's true. I'm excited to watch a Jaguars game for the first time in like ever.
I think everybody is.
Whenever he gets in, man, I'm like, yeah, Jags, let's go.
I mean, and that's one reason I see if he doesn't make a team is the circus that follows him. I mean, not to get off topic, but it's a little bit of what happens with LeBron in the NBA. He makes one play, ESPN's going to go crazy. If for some reason Trevor Lawrence throws, a 50-yard pass to Tim Tebow for a touchdown, I mean, ESPN was going to talk about it for the next 2 weeks.
That's so true.
And I mean, if he doesn't start, the crowd's just going to be chanting Tebow the whole time. We saw it in Denver when Kyle Orton was the quarterback. I mean, at points they said Kyle Orton couldn't even hear because of how loud the crowd was shouting Tebow's name. So
same with the Jets too. When Sanchez was messing up, they were like Tebow.
And I mean, if you remember back then, there was actually planes flying over Jacksonville's stadium. They call it the bank. There was actually a planes flying over with banners behind it saying "Sign Tim Tebow." That's way back then.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I mean, it's a circus that follows him, but I think he definitely deserves a spot.
Definitely, man. Like I mean, I can't talk more highly about Tim Tebow, but I had like my boy Derek on here from episode 2. We talked a little bit off camera about this. I was like, damn, we should have talked about this on camera. That's my perfect because he kind of felt like Tebow shouldn't have gotten the chance because he feel like he's taking up a spot for a younger guy coming out of college as a tight end, but yet Urban Meyer's looking out for his boy. And yeah, that's kind of true. But at the same time, I don't know if it's just me, but maybe you could touch on it too. But I feel like Tebow, as many chances as people say he has, I feel like he never truly had a chance, like with a coach that believes in him, an organization that believes in him. How do you feel?
So let's remember Urban Meyer recruited Tim Tebow out of high school. Starting sophomore year, he, from what I understand, near about attended every single one of Tim Tebow's high school games. And then when he got to Florida, Florida used to run a very we're going to throw the ball deep and you're going to have to stop the pass, basically. When Tebow got there, Urban Meyer redid the whole offense and they turned it into a option and speed kills type thing. Basically ground and pound, which is what you see a lot of in high school sports today. I mean, they really, if it's a pass, it's a 5-10 yard pass. Nobody's going deep like Breon used to.
Yeah.
So I think that as far as is Urban Meyer, playing favorites, I think so, but I also think it's because Tebow's a great leader in the locker room. He can hype a team up. I mean, anything he's ever said that's going to happen has happened. I mean, let's remember when he lost one game at the University of Florida and he got upset about it. And after that, losing one game, he went on national television and promised a national championship and brought it home that same season. So, I mean, yeah, you can have a younger kid come in, but does that younger kid have the heart that Tebow has? Is that younger kid going to work every single day like he is? Tebow knows his age is there, so therefore he's going to work hard. I mean, he went to baseball, showed that he could do it. He got moved up. From my understanding, I think he had college scholarships offered for baseball as well, but he was either going to strike out or it was going to be a home run, for what I heard. I mean, it wasn't no in betweens. He didn't really get on base much, but that comes from power. But yeah, you could get a younger kid, but I don't think he's taking a spot. If anything, you see it a lot these days. You see teams sign veterans just because of a locker room presence and kind of teaching the rookies the way to go. So I think that will help out.
Definitely. And I feel he's an asset to any locker room that will take him. It's just some teams are scared of the circus that follows him. And truthfully, like that's what, like me and my boy Derek was talking about, and I disagreed with him where he was like, he felt he's taking up the spot. And I felt basically the same thing where I'm like, well, who is better to have in your locker room than Tim Tebow? Because Tim Tebow's the type of guy, even if he's not the starter, he's still going to be first man in, last one out type player, So much success to Tim Tebow, man. If Tim Tebow ever sees this, we are the biggest fans of you. We support you, man. I got your merch. I'm getting more later. Now we're going to move on to the next topic we're going to talk about is a hot one, Michael Thomas. So Michael Thomas has been basically ghosting the New Orleans Saints for really since after Drew Brees retired, just ghosting, not answering their calls, not showing up. And he's also requested a trade just a couple of days ago. So what is your take on that? How do you feel about when players do stuff like that?
So I mean, at the end of the day, you saw it with Le'Veon Bell, you saw it with Antonio Brown. At the end of the day, you can go play where you're going to play. I mean, for a team to feel like they have the right because you signed a contract, I get it, but that's why you're not paying them all in one. I mean, that's why you don't guarantee anything. That's why you spread it out over the years. As far as him asking for a trade, hey, if he doesn't feel like he can succeed in New Orleans, don't waste your years there. I'm a Seattle fan, but I feel like honestly that we're wasting away Russell Wilson. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks, but yet we don't have nothing to go with him. We have DK Metcalf, which, but I mean, if any defense knows who you're going to, he's never going to catch it. So if he can get out of there and go to a team that will actually use him and that where he can succeed and help his career, I don't see why he shouldn't.
100%, man. And that's actually funny. You mentioned Seattle because I was actually thinking like if they would trade him, Seattle would probably be the best spot for him because having Metcalf, having him. I mean, if they keep
we don't have the
Lockett,
cap space.
I was gonna say if they can make it, man. Whew.
We don't have the cap space. We don't have no players now because of the cap space. We decided to sign Jamal Daniels to a huge contract instead of splitting up our money. We were good, with the beast mode year, or not beast mode, but the Legion of Boom years, and that's because they were all rookies.
Mm-hmm.
We had them all on rookie contracts. As soon as them contracts started needing to be re-signed, they started had to let a lot of people go. Yeah. There's not many teams that actually has the money for Michael Thomas.
Mm-hmm. So realistically, who do you think would pick him up?
Realistically, I mean, the team with the most cap space is the Jaguars still. I mean, could you get him down there with Trevor Lawrence and Trevor Lawrence start throwing touchdowns? If Jaguars is looking for a Super Bowl run anytime soon, it's definitely a look at. Someone else has a lot of cap space. I think it's the Browns.
Yep.
They have a lot of cap space. Him, Baker Mayfield, and OBJ.
And they still got Landry too, right?
Yeah, they still have Landry. Yeah. You're talking about three-headed beasts right there. I mean, defensive coordinators would roll over in their sleep.
I hope he doesn't go to freaking Cleveland, man. Like we got enough to worry about with fucking Baltimore, man. Like last thing we need is oh God. Oh man. So
if he rolled into Cleveland, I think that's definitely a Super Bowl run.
I don't know. It's because like no offense to my friends that are Browns fans and my one cousin that's the only Brown fan I ever met in my whole life, but y'all are the Browns at the end of the day, man. I can't see it.
They'll turn into what New England used to be, where you have to outscore them.
True that.
New England didn't have much of a defense, but Tom Brady could put up the points, and you had to outscore New England every time.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about Tom Brady nowadays? Like after the whole leaving New England, going to Tampa, win the Super Bowl, possibly facing the suspension because of the hiding that he tore his MCL. Like, how are you feeling about him?
So, first off, let's put the whole him versus Aaron Rodgers thing to rest. Tom Brady's way better. I don't think Rodgers is anywhere near him. And I honestly think that
this is bold right here, man. You about to have some of my Green Bay peeps over here, man. They're about to come at me.
Tom Brady he's in a league of his own. I remember watching him growing up and still watching him today. I mean, you can never count him out. But everybody in my family, you can never count Tom Brady out. He could be down 30 points and give him a quarter, and he'll be right back with you.
Atlanta. Oh man, my boy John's gonna be mad at that one. He told me he literally threw his TV out the window when he was living on like the third floor because of that.
Tom Brady's made a lot of people mad.
Oh yeah, I lost $100 because of Tom Brady one time. That mother effer. But I respect him.
Tom Brady, he's an amazing quarterback. The way he played through his injury just shows how much he actually cares. Tom Brady doesn't need it. I mean, he's rich regardless. He's not there for a paycheck. Mm-hmm. He's a model. His wife's a model. He's made enough money off endorsements. He's probably making more money off endorsements than he is his contract.
Honestly, yeah.
And so he's there for the love of the game. And I think for him to be still doing it this long, he's the best. There's no Dan Marino, none of them. I mean, none of them stand a chance when you start. You don't stand a chance when talking about Brady. He's definitely the best quarterback to ever play the game.
Yeah, hands down. Now I know there's going to be some haters out there that's going to say, "Well, what about Spygate? What about Deflategate? What about I don't know what's the other stuff they said about Brady." I can't remember, but
so as far as that, I mean, as far as the Deflategate thing, hey, if you're relying on a ball to win you the game, then you ain't going to win it anyways.
True. That is true.
I mean, anything. If you don't think that every NFL team is watching tape on you and recording your plays and your hand calls, and you don't know football, because it's happening all the way from little league, down to middle school, high school. It's happening.
Yep.
I mean, I can remember high school when they used to tell us, when they used to move their hands a certain way, that they were going to do certain plays.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to be like, yeah, we did that in high school. Like we knew exactly what was happening.
So I mean, it happens all the time, and like I said, if you're relying on that to win your game, you're not ready to win anyways.
Yeah, and it's not like the Colts were ready that year anyway. Shout out to Luck though.
I mean, we were surprised the Colts even got there.
True. You know, Luck was awesome before the injuries. I mean, he's probably still awesome. You know, I think he might try to come back one day. Well, actually,
I hope not.
Speaking of, I'll say why not? What's wrong with Luck?
I think he's overhyped. I haven't really seen much out of him. It's probably because in Indianapolis they have nobody, but I haven't seen much that make me more.
You're gonna piss off Green Bay fans, New England fans, and Indianapolis fans.
I can tell you, I have not spent a Sunday wondering if Andrew Luck's going to be on TV. I'll tell you that.
Oh man! So I was about to ask you, like back on Brady, I was going to say, how much longer do you think he can do this?
Oh man, I think Brady's going to play until he decides he's done. 50. I think he has something in his mind. He has something. He's like, I'm gonna win this many rings, and then I'm out. And I think at least 5 more years.
Oh God!
At least.
I can't take this, man. My team been to damn Super Bowl since 2011, man. I cannot do this 5 more years. Brady, just go, man. Damn, 1 more year. That's it. Just go. Like, I heard actually, like his son is playing football, and I heard he actually wants to play like with his son, kind of like on some LeBron James shit. I'm tired of these goats wanting to play with their sons. Just go.
Tom Brady's son, he's young though, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, is he even in organized sports yet? I think he's like a rec still.
I have no idea, man.
Man, like, that's the case. Whew.
I heard that report come out one time. I think Teddy Bruschi was talking about it, and I was like, what the hell? Like, no.
Tom Brady plays another 15 years, man. I mean, but if you think about it, every team he's ever been on has protected him. He hasn't got beaten up too much. I mean, he got injured this year. Nobody even knew about it, but they protect him. It's about like that Dallas Cowboys offensive line. They spend some money there and they protect him. He doesn't get hit. He knows when to throw the ball away. He's not going to run unless it's absolutely necessary. He's not Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson running out of the pocket for 30 yards to take a hit. He's not doing that.
Mm-hmm. True that, man. But now we're going to our next subject that we kind of got off it, but like my favorite, well, one of my favorite, because actually Cap and No Cap's my favorite, but is finding out basically what is your favorite team, which is the Seattle Seahawks. But we're also going to talk about the Gators because I haven't covered college since doing this whole sports thing. We're going to talk about the good, like, you know, the improvements, but also like what went wrong last season, why you guys didn't win either the Super Bowl or make playoffs or win, you know, the college championship. So let's start off with your Gators. You know, you're repping the Gators always. You've been repping the Gators as long as I've known you, man. So
yeah, I mean that's definitely the team. Man, we've been struggling. It's I hope we're on the right track now with the coach we have. But as far as, I mean, we're still probably years away from national championship. Honestly, it's something that you just can't win overnight. I don't know who you cheer for in
college. I mean, I haven't really had I haven't stuck with a college team really. Like, I mean, I was following Florida pretty hard when Tebow was there. Then after Tebow, I was following Florida State actually because I did like Winston out there, but I haven't really followed too many like as far as like actual team, you know, I like players. But NFL, you already know it's Pittsburgh, you know, where right there, yeah, you know. But
as far as Florida, man, we did a lot of good things last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the improvements?
We had Kyle Trask. I mean, amazing quarterback. He was better than Joe Burrow.
Okay.
He actually broke his record. Amazing quarterback. I just don't think he by the time we started getting rolling, I think it was too late in the season.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I think if I'm not mistaken, we have a top 5 recruiting class.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there. We've stole some players away from big name schools, you know, talking Alabama. That's always our kryptonite, man. Alabama. It's
everyone's kryptonite.
we haven't beat. I mean, Alabama. They're a strong team. And last time I think we actually handed Alabama was when Tebow was there. I mean,
yeah,
I'll never forget we played Alabama after Tebow left. It was when we had Jeff Driscoll, and Driscoll steps into the game. He's a true freshman, and Driscoll steps into the game, and he has just this look on his face of fear because you have these Alabama boys who are like, right at 400 pounds standing across from him, and Driscoll probably weighs 130 pounds soaking wet, and he just got demolished. I mean, Florida, man, they have a lot of good things going. Dan Mullen's there now. So he returns to the staff. He left us for a little while, but he returns to the staff. And he was there when Tebow was there. And I think that I think it'll be a good thing. I think within the next 10 years we'll be bringing the BCS back home. So
all right, y'all heard it first, y'all. In 10 years, the Florida Gators are going to be national champions again.
As far as Seattle's concerned, man.
Yep.
We haven't made no pickups, honestly. I don't think there's not a single person that we've signed this year that I knew about. Like that's honestly like a big star. We have no cap space. We have no cap space. Last year we were riddled by injuries. We have 3 good running backs, and every single one of them got injured.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been solid at the running back position since Marshawn Lynch left.
Yep. I did like that one guy y'all had, Thomas Rawls, back like some years back. I thought he could have been the next beast mode. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
with him.
and I mean, we have Rashad Penny, which he's faster. But once again, I don't know if we have no cap space. I don't know where all of our money's at. Maybe it's in Russell Wilson, but we have no money.
Bobby Wagner.
we have zero money. I'm scared of when DK Metcalf comes off that rookie contract because we're not going to be able to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just offered a crazy amount of money to Jamal Adams, who, in my opinion, didn't show out last year. He wasn't Jamal Adams.
No.
Last year we picked up Carlos Dunlap from the Bengals. That was a really good pickup.
That's a good pickup.
He kind of solidified our end. That's another Florida Gator coming out of Florida Tebow era.
Yeah. He sacked Big Ben a couple times.
Yeah, he that kind of solidifies your end right there because ain't much getting around him. He's like 6'7", 6'8". I mean, he has the wingspan of LeBron James, so he's getting around there. A lot went wrong, not much went right. We made the we're not winning the Super Bowl this year, I'll tell you that. We might not even make it to the playoffs.
Oh wow, man.
Our division's hard though, man. We have the Rams.
Yeah.
We got San Francisco.
Which I feel San Fran's on the up and up, but I don't know.
They have a decent quarterback now.
Yeah.
The Rams, are kind of a solid team if you think about it. They had they've turned it around the last couple of years. Jared Goff is definitely amazing. But I think Jared Goff just got injured, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I
think he got injured.
But now Goff, he's over there. He's over there with the Lions now because they got Matthew Stafford now.
That's right. They traded him. That's right.
And so it's like Stafford, people say he was only good when he had weapons. Now he got weapons, so we'll see.
Matthew Stafford was a very underrated quarterback. He did everything right. His motion's amazing. He has amazing playmaking ability. Mm-hmm. He never had anything to go along with it. He had Megatron.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. Once again, it goes back if the defense knows who you're going to throw it to. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You get him a couple good receivers and a decent running back. I bet you Matthew Stafford makes a run at it.
Yep. Yeah, I feel he will. I think he's going to really surprise a lot of people. Even back to episode 2 with Derek, he was saying he don't believe in Matt Stafford, but I kind of do. Like I really think with him being with I think him and Cooper Kupp will be a great 1-2, especially for that slot role. And I think that's one thing Stafford's been trying to really feed lately. Well, not lately, but really since Calvin Johnson's been gone, is really constantly keep these slot guys, keep them rolling, keep them going. He could throw it deep, but I feel like they're solid there. I think they got a pretty good, solid running back as well, decent line. So the Rams is someone to watch out for. A division.
It goes back to it. The game of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers is not around anymore. I mean, even Big Ben throwing the ball 50 yards downfield, nobody's doing it anymore.
No.
Everybody, you have to be fast. You gotta be fast, run the option, and be able to throw it 10 yards down the field. Something that, as much as I hate him, Cam Newton was able to do very well. Very overhyped quarterback. Just very showboat for nothing. He was.
New England fans is gonna really give me mad at you. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah, I was about to say he might not
Mac
even start for
Jones.
New
Yeah, I was
England.
gonna say they look hyped for Mac Jones.
I'm surprised New England picked him up. He should still be a free agent right now.
Dang, no love for Cam, man.
No, none at all. He ruined Carolina.
Damn.
They paid him all that money. They paid him all that money for nothing.
See, a lot of people thought that Ron Rivera was the one who ruined Carolina. Like at least
you said
I've
Ron
talked to.
Riviera?
Yeah, Ron Rivera, their old head coach.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, well, honestly, let's be honest. He was the reason Cam Newton was brought in.
True. Yeah.
I don't think. To me, Cam Newton he wasted a lot of money for Carolina. He had the one good year where he won MVP and took him to the Super Bowl and got absolutely demolished. I think that's when his career really got turned around. Von Miller scared Cam Newton.
Yeah, I was gonna say his confidence went way down.
Yeah, Von Miller made Cam Newton scared. I knew as soon as he didn't dive on that ball, when that ball came loose, his career was over.
Amen. I've defended, not defended. I said that, and people were defending him for years. Like, oh, there was no reason for him to dive. He wouldn't have made it. Or they're like, oh, he would have gotten hurt probably. It's like, bro, it's football at the end of the day, man. We're always taught when you hear fumble or you see fumble, you jump on that ball, you die for that ball. And the fact that he backed up and like looked a little bit like somebody gonna get that, like
he was scared. He was scared.
Like,
Von Miller scared that man. You could see the fear in his eyes. Honestly, you could see just after that he never threw the same. He never ran like he used to. I mean, like I said, he wasted a lot of money in Carolina. Carolina could have went for somebody a lot better. But besides speaking on that, let's if Tim Tebow wouldn't have came back his senior year, you would never even heard of Cam Newton. Carolina would have drafted Tim Tebow.
Well, man, we never know, man. We never know. Because I mean, that's one thing I remember talking to people about before when they used to say, "Oh, Tebow's trash" or "Tebow's this and that." I'm like, you gotta understand, man. Tebow was a starter over Cam Newton, and you love Cam. You guys love Cam Newton. Like Tim Tebow started over Cam Newton in Florida. So,
I mean, like I said, I hate Cam Newton, but let's paint the picture here. He was a quarterback at the University of Florida. Tim Tebow started over him, and actually he looked up to Tim Tebow. Cam Newton gets caught stealing laptop from the University of Florida, gets kicked off the team. He goes to a junior college, and then he ends up going on to Auburn and winning the Heisman and the national championship. You would have never heard of Cam Newton if he wouldn't have stole them laptops.
No. Yeah. That's crazy to think, yeah. If he would have never gotten kicked off Florida, I mean, who knows where Cam Newton's career would even
because if you think Urban Meyer was going to put Cam Newton in over Tim Tebow, you're crazy.
No, there's no way.
As a sophomore, Tim Tebow was going out winning the Heisman and winning championships. That wasn't happening to Cam Newton's way.
Unless Cam, I don't know, unless Tebow would have, probably Cam's senior year, if he would have stuck around that long, then he could have had that 1 year to show out. I don't know, though.
Well,
there's no telling.
If I'm not mistaken, Cam Newton's senior year was 1 year before Tebow's.
Oh, really? I thought Tim Tebow was over.
No, so that's what I was saying.
Oh, wow.
If Tebow wouldn't have returned to Florida for his senior year, you would have never heard of Cam Newton anyways.
Damn.
Because Carolina would have picked Tebow.
That would have been crazy. It's just the what ifs, like, man. See that we could have saved that for Cap or No Cap, which is one of my favorites. So actually, I think it's probably the best time rolling to it right now. So Cap or No Cap. Let's start off with Seattle. Seattle is going to shock everybody and make it to the playoffs and beat the Niners.
I think that's no cap. I think we'll make the playoffs just because they're my team. I think we'll make the playoffs, and I think that beating the Niners, that's nothing. We'll beat them.
All right.
We'll get around them. Much more after that. No, I don't see it happening, but we'll get around the Niners.
So you got one for me? We would just do it back and forth. Cap or no cap?
Yeah. So,
all right.
A Steelers fan, man. Do y'all even make cap or no cap? Do y'all even make the playoffs this year?
Oh man, I'm no cap. We're not making playoffs this year as much as I want to. As much as I want to, and that hurts because I'm a big Steeler fan and I'm diehard, and I love that we picked up Melvin Ingram. That's going to help our defense, but I don't believe in our offensive line. We lost way too many guys.
Steelers also signed a guy I used to play with. Y'all got him at corner, Mark Gilbert. I played with him at Terry Sanford.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. I didn't know you guys play together. Yeah.
Dude is a dog. If y'all keep him, y'all got something special.
See, and that's the thing too. Like, I feel like defensively, we're good, man. I mean, we still got TJ. We like I said, we added Melvin Ingram. We still got Stephon Tuitt, Cameron Hayward.
Y'all got Hargrave too, right? Y'all still have him?
Still got him. We got Fitzpatrick. So I mean, we're loaded on defense. It's always and Bush coming back too. What was that?
Always have been. It's still Kurt. I mean,
true that. Well, I mean, there was a couple. There was a couple years after Palomalo left, and people were calling us the wheat curtain. But but we're back, man. And when we drafted TJ, I was like, yeah, he's the cornerstone for the Steelers defense. It's just offensively, like I just don't like there's no way we're gonna go out there and outscore like Lamar Jackson and Baltimore Ravens. And Roy, I know you're gonna see this. So fuck you. Now just I love Roy.
My biggest advice to the Steelers would be just give up on Big Ben. Give it up. It's over. When he's over there riding a bicycle in between plays just to keep his knee from exploding out the side, it's over.
Hey, he learned that from Jay Cutler from back in the day.
Yeah, you see where Jay Cutler's at. He decided it was time to quit.
And the crazy thing is, like, as much as I love Ben, and I'm coming around because I used to defend him for many years, still do. Where I'm like, no, man, he's the best we got. Like, if we put in someone else, man, it's gonna be worse. And now it's kind of true, but I do like Hackins. But I'm kind of I don't know about him too much. Like, I just feel like that whole thing what happened in Washington for them to let him go without really any explanation besides he violated team rules and not even try to trade him. That's a red flag to me. I'm like,
I would agree. Hey, call up Jacksonville. See if they'll trade you Tebow. Maybe there's your quarterback.
I'll take him. I'll take Tim Tebow. Hell, at least
I know. All he needs is a team that's willing to rebuild around him.
Yeah.
He needs a team that's willing to just tear apart the playbook and let him build
it. All right. Another cap or no cap. All right. So cap. Tom Brady is not going to win a Super Bowl this year. Cap or no cap?
I think that's very cap. I think Tom Brady is going to win a Super Bowl. I think very bold prediction. I think it's him versus the Kansas City Chiefs again.
Oh,
and I think
I don't know about the Chiefs, man. I got cap on that one.
Mahomes is too good, man. You can't count him out.
True that.
And I mean, they got Tyreek Hill coming back.
That dude is freaking.
And
that dude should be racing. That's how fast Tyreek Hill is. Like I heard, actually, I seen it right before we started recording that the dude Bolt, who was like the Olympic gold medalist sprinter, he actually offered to put up his gold medal if Tyreek Hill puts up his Super Bowl ring to see who's the fastest.
DK Metcalf could beat Bolt. Did you see how fast he hunt that dude down last season?
True, but when Metcalf went out there with sprinters, he came in like 5th place. So it's like, I mean, Bolt is number 1 in the world, man.
We're talking about the first time him getting on a track, though.
True. But I was going to say, like, I seen in one comment which is super funny where it was like, all right, so what if Bolt does a 40-yard dash first in cleats and then they run a 100-meter, like, to see who wins both?
Bolt has some age to him, too. I think Tyreek dusts him, honestly.
Oh, man. I got to cap. I don't. Once a runner, always a runner, man. I think Deion Sanders could give Tyreek Hill a run for the now.
Come on, man.
I'm capping like a motherfucker. So, you into NBA?
Yeah. Definitely watch NBA.
All right, cap or no cap? The Lakers are winning the NBA championship.
That's no cap. They're definitely winning. They're going out, and I think everybody's sleep. Or they're calling it a super team, but we're talking about Carmelo Anthony, who everybody 2 years ago was saying was washed up.
Yep.
You're talking about a lot of these people who, if they were on any other team, you would be talking about they shouldn't even be starting.
Yep.
So I don't really see how you call it a super team when they come and play with LeBron. Is it just LeBron that makes it a super team? Is that what does it?
That's what it is. Like I seen the ages. They put the ages and they had Anthony Davis 28, LeBron 36, Melo 37. I think Wilson, they had him at 32, 35 for Howard. So it's like all these 30-year-olds, but they're still a super team.
And hear me out. Dwayne Wade's coming back.
No,
that's coming back. He's going to come back.
Cap with who?
He's going to come back to the Lakers. Yeah, they're going to sign him. I wouldn't be surprised if Ray Allen puts him back on.
No, not Ray. I believe Dwayne Wade before Wade. Ray Allen.
They're going to bring a bunch of these old heads back, and they're going to win a championship. I mean, you put LeBron on any team, it automatically becomes a contender. Much less you get a bunch of people that knows how to win around him.
That's true.
Westbrook, he averages a triple-double, and he's said that he's willing to play the second ball. So, I mean, if he's willing to let LeBron run the court, let's remember LeBron over half his career has, done amazing in assists. He's a pass-first type of player.
So
yeah, I mean that's where he's been with every team. Even when he was on the Cavs and they won the championship, LeBron was a pass-first player, and he only took over when he had to.
Definitely.
I mean, he tries to give his teammates the ball, and at the end of the day, he has to because they just sit there and brick corner threes. I mean,
you're not lying, man. I was gonna say though, cap or no cap, do you feel LeBron and Westbrook are going to be able to work together?
Oh, 100%. They're both professionals.
I mean, man, I'm kind of nervous.
If anything, Westbrook, I would say that Anthony Davis and Westbrook don't get along. Who's going to be the second?
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
that's who I would really worry about is Westbrook and Anthony Davis. But as far as LeBron, I mean, LeBron knows he's getting up there in age. LeBron's already said what his outlook is. He wants to play a year with his son. He wants to win a championship with his son.
Tired of these goats, man. Just leave your sons be, man. Can we get some?
I think he's ready to take a back seat. I think he's ready to take a back seat and let someone else do all the work. So I think it'll definitely work out.
Do you think it's Westbrook though? Because people, they're questioning because of his attitude. They question because of just they don't think he's a team player like LeBron would be. So a lot of people don't think by the halfway point, by All-Star break, they're going to break up or there's going to be some friction.
Oh no, I think Westbrook has an attitude because he likes to win. I mean, if you go back to it, if you don't think you're the best person on the court every time you step on the court, there's no reason for you to be on the court.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Westbrook, he likes to win. He don't like to lose. And I mean, every team he's ever been on, he's tried to win, but it just don't come. It don't happen.
Shots fired at KD.
Yeah, overrated. KD's overrated. Not the best player in the NBA.
Oh my gosh. When I splice this up, bro, I'm just gonna be putting it's gonna be Cam Newton, overrated. KD, overrated. They're all overrated. It's gonna be so much clickbait over here. It's gonna be who the fuck is this Chris Eason guy?
LeBron James is light years ahead of KD.
Oh man.
One-on-one, LeBron's short him.
Oh yeah. One-on-one, yeah. Definitely, man. But Chris, I appreciate you taking your time out.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me
on the show, bro. Much love, much success, man. It's been forever, man. We got to hang out.
Yeah, stay in contact, man.
Definitely will, man. And I'll let you know when this gets posted.
Yes,
you guys, I hope all my peeps out here enjoyed my boy's take. I hope he didn't hate my take. I didn't hate his. So
somebody had to hate mine. Someone had to.
Bro, I guarantee you just pissed off New England fans, Green Bay fans, 49er fans.
I'm going to tell you how it is, though. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. If your team's trash, I'm going to let you know.
I think that's the best way to end it right there. If your team's trash, we'll let you know. And we out.